From time to time, I myself and people I work with come up to situations where they kind of just get overwhelmed and can't take action, lose their focus, and things become overly complicated, and then they just simply can't find their way to figure out what to do. And there's a book that was written by one of the founders of Keller Williams, a real estate guy. The book is called The One Thing. And throughout the last decade or something, I've had a lot of real estate agent and brokers as clients. And I've heard about the book many, many times. And if I recall correctly, a real estate agent has about 157 different facets to their job, different tasks that they need to do in order to do their job well. And the premise of the book is really simple, very simple, and it is to focus on the most important singular task that they need to do at one time and just do that. So it's super simple, super clear, and to do that one thing, identify it, the top thing, the lead domino, and to do it. So I work with busy people and that are driven and accomplished and efficient and effective, and their ability to focus is really high, and they've figured out how to stay on task and work their way through checklists and keep their eye on the prize until they get to the point where they can't, which all of us end up there at some point. And I know you have. And if you can take a second, remember like what that was like, where you were just overwhelmed and kind of scattered, and you're like, what do I do? What the hell do I do? So when that pressure comes for us, and it does come for all of us, most people end up engaged in a part of themselves that shut other parts of themselves down. So I want to chat for just a second about a couple different parts of the brain. And one of the parts of the brain handles fight or flight. It handles action, get shit done. And it doesn't mean get shit done that's the shit we need to get done. It just means find comfort, get us out of harm's way. And another part of the brain, which is the part that we need to have online most of the time, is the part that handles creativity, complex problem solving, and critical thinking. And I've talked about these different parts of the brain before because I'm a big fan of figuring out how to get us into the part of the brain that we need to. So if you're afraid and you're anxious, you get locked out of the part of your brain that you need to have access to. And while there's many ways where we can kind of talk ourselves off the ledge and do breathing exercises and get your shit back together, another really simple thing to do is to have a list and have your priorities already set, clearly in front of you, so that even when you're like scattered and things, you like go to simple, drop into that one thing, focus on that one thing so that you can still get something done. There's been tons of studies about multitasking, and we don't do multiple things well. We really don't. There are active learners where if they're engaged in something or they're occupied with something, it does open up a part of their brains in a different way, and that's a different story. But the idea that we're just going to move and do multiple tasks at one time mostly just scatters people, and we become inefficient. And maybe we work our way through multiple tasks at one time, but the most effective and the highest quality delivery of ourselves comes from doing one thing at a time. So I've set all of this up to tell you that get clear on your top priorities and get clear on what your one thing is at any given time, so that when you get all wound up or bummed out or triggered or activated, you are way more likely to be able to focus on that thing and get some stuff done, get shit done. So the opportunity I have for you in this, the action thing, is to, when you've got your shit together, is to actually make that list. Make a list of things to do when you don't know what to do, which is a cool thing that I've been I've been doing for a really long time, and I do it with a lot of people I work with, is create a list of things to do when you don't know what to do. And then when you're struggling, find the list or whatever, if it's a checklist or something that a note you've got on your computer, your phone, or whatever, then you can go to that list and you can go through it. So thanks for your time. Have a great day.